Apparently Epic Games offered SNK and it was like, hey, we'll make it exclusive to the Epic store, and SNK was, nah, we're very confident in our game, we'll sell it everywhere.
That's very SNK.
That's very SNK. To be fair, I guess it worked out if you get Evo 2 years in a row.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, and you get like all your characters in every game possible, so...
Yes, that's more like SNK strategy in general,
Yeah.
not Sam Show in particular, I guess.
Oh, you want my character? Well, we need money. We like money. Give us money.
I still like that. I love that video where Harada from Tekken goes into the SNK building and all of the characters are spread out before him, and he's like, and he picks Raiden, this big fat blue wrestler from Fatal Fury 2. He's like, yeah, this one. I want to put him in my game. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
The only way to truly win. just Sparta, people. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, this move is good. Deals so much damage.
So it seems like in February or March they're bringing out the Switch version of the game.
What game?
The Sam Show. The new Sam Show. So whatever you wanna call it. 2019 7. I guess people have kind of are calling it 7 now, right?
Oh, I feel like it really depends. Some people just call
Yeah,
it some show, which is the worst. But yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, somebody told me, let's play Sam Show, and then he actually meant Samurai Showdown 1. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah. For the episode tracking, like on this game, I definitely agree. Like some move, like feel like they shouldn't track, but they do. For like the run counters and stuff, I like the idea. I feel like it might be a bit too excessive in this game, though. I think combos really, it's really depending on characters. Some are like a good length, I guess, but some are like a bit too long. Well, SS3 was like a program in itself, from what I've heard. I never liked it, but I was like more casual at the time, so my reason were not like anything good. It did just look like trash. I don't know, it was looking pretty bad.
Combos. We just need a Soulcalibur Bushido blade, right?
Maybe not to that extent.
That was totally a joke, by the way. I think that's
Yeah.
a terrible idea. And I like Bushido blade. It's just like that would be very not Soulcalibur.
If we add like a mode of Soulcalibur though, where
That's fine.
we could like do that, not cut limbs though, I guess, because that's not not what they're going for, I think. But Like, cutting clothes is okay, cutting limbs maybe not. Oh, shit, I wanted to tag! And oh, that's a really cool one.
You mean like injuring limbs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can't cut them off in Bushido.
Oh, yeah, well, I guess it was not possible at the time.
It was possible, it's just in Bushido Blade, you just have an injured arm. Like, the arm just hangs down, you're like, oh,
Let's see.
I can't use my two-handed weapon style anymore. But what we need is like overhead and you hit them and then they bounce up, right?
Oh,
Man.
I didn't
guess
need
that's
a follow-up
indicated.
for some reason.
that was not a clean 8, I guess. What a hand.
Somebody lived and is pretending that they didn't.
I was about
Or
to
you like
sidestep
Ric
though.
Flair? I don't just... You guys don't know who Ric Flair is, do you?
Remember some wrestler.
Yes, exactly. He's just known for laying around a lot. Just-
Cool.
yeah, even when he KO'd people, just fell over afterwards. He just well KO'd people, knocked them out for a
But
while.
I was about to do that too. Ever since CF2. Yeah. 4 was the worst. Like playing the 4, like the speed in 4 like was atrocious. That's kind of why I never really liked the game and never kept playing it. I might actually have gave it to my friend.
Didn't 6 feel okay?
But 6 feels okay. Like 6, like they did like up the movement quite a lot. It feels pretty close to 2. Ouch! I was sidestepping.
That wasn't a back grab. What?
No, cause I blocked, so it like turned me around. Oh. That track too? Like that seems like pretty linear.
PSP version of
Wait.
Soulcalibur 4 fixed some of the issues that it had.
There was a PSP
So good.
version of Soulcalibur 4.
Yeah, but
Must have looked really bad.
not good, but much better. Yay! You know, with stages like this, I wonder. And then in the background, it answers my question. I was like, I wonder how they got onto this platform, but they're actually ladders.
Yep. Yep. I remember like thinking that too. And exactly the same way. Oh, but they thought about it. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Because in other places, it's just like, we're here. We just spontaneously came into existence on this platform. All that we know is we must kill the others. Ugh. Soulcalibur Broken Destiny looks pretty good actually. Kratos is in it. Right. Right, that was a thing.
Oh yeah, Kratos
Kratos.
was in it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Kratos like fit more than Dark Vader and Yoda, so makes sense.
I don't know what you're saying. Yoda and Soulcalibur is amazing. I want to play that Soulcalibur just for Yoda.
Yoda was banned. Sorry.
What?
He was too small and too fast. Nobody could
Yes, that
touch him.
makes sense. I guess that does make sense.
Was the GT Goku of Soulcalibur. Well, though he is not banned, but it's still like pretty annoying.
Whoa.
Nothing happened. Great. No, that's not the. Oh. I did the retreat one. Who the fuck is Aeon? Lizardman? Okay, then I really don't remember him. Was he part of like the base roster?
Wait. Now I understand. But okay. Well, it's not just that, it's also that, like, the creator of Soulcalibur likes Lizardman so much that he changes his moveset all the time because he wants to do different things.
I mean, isn't it like exactly what you want? You are always like asking for playing different characters. Here you can play the same character with different gameplay. Isn't that like your best character?
I suppose that's true in a sense, but Soulcalibur was always the game that I was like, it feels so natural to play. I don't want to learn anything anymore and just play characters that I know.
Just on this one, so that's really like the bad timing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, right, like, Soulcalibur games weren't games that I played with a lot of people after Soulcalibur 2, right? It was just this random thing where it's like, okay, I'm in somebody's home, they have Soulcalibur there and they ask me to play, and it's like, okay, let's see which character's moves still work. The answer is just Astaroth. Lizardman started off as a Sophia clone and slowly became his own person. The Soulcalibur 5 and he is radically different. Yeah, I don't think it's slowly. Basically it's like he has some slight different moves in 1 and 2. I mean the games where he's in. Then he's I guess just straight up not in 3. I don't remember.
I don't know.
And then he has an axe and wings and has nothing to do with anything that it used to be before. Just yeah.
I mean, wings like sounds already like pretty different.
I swear on my name.
And why? Could he fly a bit with it? Like
in Soulcalibur 3, okay. I don't know.
Fear me.
I looked at the artwork for whichever game that was and I was like, yeah, okay. I think that's 5.
Is it like wings like with feathers on it, or is it like...
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Hey, I guess he's...
Is the next one it will be a bird.
Lizard man.
Yeah.
Lizard man is in every Soulcalibur game except 6, I see. Yeah, and in 5 he had the wings then, yeah. I think.
Yeah.
Lizard man had wings in 5 and can hover like Devil Jin. Okay.
Devil Lizard Man.
Lizard Jin?
Oh.
What?
I was so not ready to have actually text that I tagged like again.
It just... What is that? I did not expect character not to do normal grab there.
What the wings thing is from Kratos? I mean,
The plot
I
thickens.
know nothing about Kratos. I know he has a sex minigame in one of the games. That's my extent of knowledge. Also, he kills gods. I guess that's not really my thing. So. My interest level was low.
That sounds about right for Lizardman Super. Wasn't it like
Yeah.
already the case? Oh wait, no, Supers. I know something was already like negative on hit on Soulcalibur 2. But you
Yeah, the
could-
roll thing.
yeah. But then like, oh, you also had like jank infinite from throws and stuff.
No, the roll wasn't negative on hit at all. If you hit with it, you had plenty of time. It was just stupid if to hit with it.
Ouch.
Oh, in the face.
Point blank.
Yeah, exactly. You know my sword hilt still has a gun, right? What? Boom. I like that that's a real button. Like, I like that somebody back then was like, I want to have my pistol in my gun. I mean the other way around. No, I mean, I said that wrong.
Fuck.
Was that a replay? No.
No.
Okay.
It's very rude to say like that. Did you just get hit by the same thing again? Was it actually?
It was just, I was confused about what I said, and then it was just like shot in the face KO again. Flash.
There we go.
Yay!
Claim victory.
A true victory was won on this day.
Yes, Killick and Sugmina being like, well, like actually different is pretty nice. Sugmina is like cooler than before. I feel.
They were already pretty different.
Not in 2 at least. In 4 I don't remember them.
Is that so?
Yeah, in 2 they are like really similar.
Okay.
At least like they do share a lot of ouch. Don't move.
Okay.
Was not the normal opening I got there. That was some weird long start I've taken. I do not know what.
You have like a quarter circle forward that like uses a stance. Just do the quarter circle, like no button. Back maybe? Yeah, there we go.
Ah. Okay. Oh, that's how you do this move. I saw the follow up in the like little tournament that you showed me, but I don't know what button does that move.
Yep. Oh.
Don't fool yourself. The extra Soulcalibur 3 characters? Ooh.
Tetsuka and someone else.
And we just need Assassin, Berserker, and...
Oh,
Ooh, what's the third one? Oh, Lizard Man.
I guess that was still not the back, huh?
Claim victory. And back.
I see. They're characters with their own movesets.
Oh, you mean like the custom characters? Like Creator Soul or whatever it's called in this game? Ouch. Ouch.
I don't know Assassin's moveset very well, but Berserker actually had different moves to Astaroth that I...
Oh. How can people duck under
Did
that?
Rock have the moves that Berserker had? I don't remember. I don't think that's stupid. I pushed my axe 3 times forward thing. Was that really a thing with Rock? I haven't seen enough Soulcalibur 1. I don't know. I mean, Soul Edge. Excuse me. Did we just Soulcalibur 1? I guess you also mean Soul Edge Rock. Okay.
There is a Soulcalibur 1. There is Soul Edge
Something else on
Soulcalibur
that button
2.
before?
I know, but Rock's not in Soulcalibur 1.
I see.
Soulcalibur 1? Rock's not in Soulcalibur 1 though. I mean, there's a Rock costume, but I think that was Soulcalibur 2 actually. But even so, it's just a costume.
Oh, that kick is good. If I remember correctly. Yep.
An unlockable character? Hmm. Okay. You must have never used them, because we did unlock everyone. I mean, maybe that's who I'm thinking of, right? And then there's no Rock costume for Soulcalibur 2, right? In which case, fine. Buffalo head guy.
What? You still got the block, but you weren't recovering all the move.
Well. Ouch.
Astaroth and Rock are just are kind of like Faust and Dr. Baldhead. It's like, yes, it's this character, but we'll never actually say it.
Was that Rock like the teacher of like I thought there was like some lore like that.
I think it's just the guy. Like he got possessed or something. Now he's Astaroth. Something like that, right?
I don't know. I remember like Ares saying something about it, but I don't remember that.
Yeah, Ares says weird stuff though.
No, but no. Not for this type of thing. You know some people like well enough, generally.
Yes, I'm saying that he knows, but deliberately says things.
Yeah, but generally you can tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Astaroth is a golem who was built in the image of Rock, so in a way he's literally Rock.
Is it like a double pun?
Yeah, I guess if he's a golem, he's a Rock made to look like Rock.
Yeah. Rockception.
Yes. So he's made in the image of Rock, he's not made from the corpse of Rock? Something like that?
Oh my god, that's scary.
Trying to bury rocks in Soulcalibur 1. Yeah, kinda. Rock's not dead. I see.
There we go, that's the kick.
I don't some frames, I think.
That sounds like it could be the name of the killing kids, but could be wrong.
Kangu is Rock's adoptive Native American son.
Oh, that sounds wrong. Okay. And he's like in a game, or is it just like NPC low, like in the background?
I hate this.
Some well-meaning but stupid people thought that Mango would be playable in Soulcalibur 5, which I guess answers the question that he's not a playable character.
Yeah, so
He's a background NPC. I see.
do
What
we
is
have like
he in,
any
like-
art of him?
Is he like in that game, that adventure game with Soulcalibur? I forget what it's called.
Legion? I guess.
Maybe. It's been a while. Remember my friend playing that.
Oh. It's hardly like have to be stepping from a long time ago.
Well,
No.
Oh, okay then.
he's nondescript, kinda. Young Rock.
Man, yeah, I can't consider that as a start of my move. Ouch. Oh.
It kinda reminds me that there were a bunch of characters in Soul Edge that we've never seen again. Well, I guess instead of Li Long, we got Maxi. And there's somebody else.
Oh, that's a
How
big
long?
low.
And
The battle is over.
I thought he would like slash or quad, but no.
So bravely.
I mean, you're
That's
saying
rough.
that, but like thinking about like Soulcalibur 5, they killed everyone to put like other characters in the place. Though I don't think they would do that ever again, can they? That seems unlikely.
maybe in a longer time.
Yeah, when it's like another team that kind of forgot about this disaster.
Well, usually it's like, it's 10 years later, now is the time.
The real fans are dead now. We can finally switch the characters.
Maybe.
This edge doesn't Work from behind with that.
Oh, Lilong was in Soulcalibur 3? Okay. Wow.
Hey, and in full crouch, okay.
I mean, that's true. Soulcalibur 3 had like a bunch of characters that I don't remember. Including that weird, fat, fleshy nightmare monster form.
Okay, just like tech like that.
I do not
yeah.
like the grab.
That's your running grab for some reason, I guess.
Yeah, but I do not know how to follow up.
I don't know.
Night Terror. Yes, exactly that guy. He looked, I don't know. I guess seeing Night Terror is kind of like if Boo's second form was the first one that you saw, it was like this gangster, mean-ass looking motherfucker, and then he's like, have you seen my final form? And then he turns into like this cute fat ass. And Night Terror was kind of like that. With wings, I guess. But, yeah. Like, the idea is fine, having an additional, more monstrous nightmare form, but what happened to it was just, I don't know. If you want to go the Tetsuo route, then go all the way, right? Don't just make him Fat Nightmare. As it turns out, I'm fine with installs locking out moves if they don't use meter.
Nah! Fucking! I'm like, haha, I landed the grab. Oh shit!
Installs locking out moves, they don't use meter. Which part doesn't use meter in that statement? The install? The locking out of the moves? Or the moves that are being locked out? Meter part.
No! Let me roll!
The meter doesn't use meter. I don't understand,
Battle
sorry.
is over. Show respect for the fallen who fought so bravely.
Soulcalibur 3 Lilong has additional moves if he's in Soul Charge.
Yeah. Oh, and the soul charge was not using any meter before. Yeah, because that was a separate thing. Yeah. Soul charge was fun
It
before.
was like a stance?
Soul charge?
Yeah.
No, you're like,
A single
like in the Soulcalibur 2, like that's what you're like doing some sort of taunt and like you're having like some red or green blue effect around you.
Yeah.
And that can like unlock some new follow-ups or like give like new plus frame on some move and stuff like that.
I see.
Some character like can use that like quite a lot, like to cancel on normals, to kind of feint stuff, or like
Yeah,
to
I
control
mean, I
like some
understand now. So,
pressure. Yeah.
I see. So if the install is like a special move, basically.
Kinda.
I mean, yeah. Like that girl I mentioned, actually.
Oh.
An Eternal Champion. That's just a special move. But that... Then you have your speed thing. I actually know too little about Tekken to know that, but I know what you guys are talking about now, so I understood.
That was some giant buffer. He didn't press buttons for a long time, but he still did that. Because he's in the same pose, I was like, maybe I can do shenanigans and cancel this thing.
You might be able to cancel with like guard. That is like in old Soulcalibur, like when you have flames like that, you can really cancel your move by guard. Oh, forward. Yes, okay, that's cool. Yeah, oh yeah, I need to hit with it, you know. Yeah.
God dang it, I hate that, because when you hold the button there or something, it just gets into that stance that I don't want.
Hey Horseplay, have you heard of Maiden and Spell?
Have you praised the Lord and Savior Maiden and Spell yet?
Yeah. Do you have some time to talk with us about Maiden and Spell?
Shit.
We baked some bread for you.
They don't do that here. I'm jealous.
Yeah. You know, I heard that they do that around here. I've never seen it happen when they came to my home.
Yeah, no.
I'm getting at is this: playing Lilong in Soulcalibur 3 was an act of constantly building and maintaining a powered up state that was very limited. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Here, Maintenance Spell. That is a versus shmup slash fighter that came out
Oh,
a few
shit.
days ago. On Steam. I don't know.
It's pretty
Maybe
cool.
you find that interesting. Yeah.
It has more fightery mind game than you would expect, I guess.
Yeah. Mind game wise, and there's footsies, those are reminiscent. Like the 2 fighting game, much more
Like a
shmuppy than 2 fighting games. Think more Acceleration of Suguri if you've heard of that game. But even more shooting.
Really like more like a shmup.
Yeah, not like the old Dragon Ball game, Astro Superstars or Choaniki, like sure, but just flying around and shooting each other.
And to say like I'm not really like a big fan of shmup, or like I'm okay with them, but I don't really like playing them. But here, like, as you find like you really find like the versus aspect of fighting games. So footsies and stuff like that, and it works really well. It's pretty dynamic.
A history of conflict repeats itself. Battle 1. Fight!
So it's like that other 2 Who fighting game.
I'm not sure the one you mean. My god, she's moving a lot.
I mean, I know all of them, so I want to say no. Do you mean Acceleration of Suguri? The thing is, it's not like anything else that exists currently. It's new. This is a new thing. This has not been done before.
Yeah, it's not like 209 or like
Yeah.
any Twin Light Sprite. What's the name already?
Twinkle Star Sprites.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like the Twinkle Star Sprites games where you're on separate screens, or any of those games that use that as a mechanic. It's not like Change Airblade where you're like vertically standing across from each other, shooting each other. It actually has people on the same screen shooting each other, but it doesn't have the kind of 2 Who-ish mix-up of you can dodge some shots and others you have to block, like an Acceleration of Suguri. Instead, it has like different shots aimed at different movement options that the opponent might think to use, but you have to dodge on your own. So there, and since the projectiles are all like very Toho-ish, they fly around everywhere, you can really try cornering people and stuff. It's interesting. Like quite unlike anything that's currently out. I'm happier that this game exists due to it being different than about the game itself. Like this is going to lead to this is basically a new subgenre, almost. So, yeah. Don't have any money, and I'm also apprehensive on shmup games.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap, like 10 euros, so I guess it might be like $10 or $12, I don't know.
It's currently on sale, it should be around $10, but basically, yeah, it has rolled back. But basically, when we were playing, I was expecting it to play like way more like a versus bullet hell game, but like Vick said, the mind games and the movement feel a lot more like fighting games. I was really surprised because that wasn't exactly what I was expecting. Still good. It's just way more fighting gamey in that respect than I thought it would be. In any case, the demo is free, so something one can look into. But if you're apprehensive of shmup games, I think it only makes sense to try it out in versus, because I think the actual thing that we're talking about here won't make sense in single player.
Yeah, single player wouldn't make more sense, because it would just certainly just feel like a shmup. But versus, you do feel like the main game is way more.
I like how Talon feels in this game. She ended up being my main when I played it.
Nothing.
Wind. Oh right, she's on screen. I just ignored her mentally because I didn't recognize that skill of her. Okay, horseplay.
We'll certainly like play soon, so if you happen to be there, you'll see like some matches.
Yeah. Been waiting for that game for like since I first ran across it, so I don't know, 1.5 years. Just yeah.
That was a backflip.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said though, like I mean, you can fight the AI, but you know how it is. It'll feel more like a bullet hell game, I feel like, if you're not playing against human opponents, but maybe you can find some. The demos unfortunately only has local versus. It doesn't have like free net play in it.
Also, you have like 4 characters instead of 8, right?
4 instead of 8, but I mean that's okay for a demo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was waiting for that game not just because of the effects that's gonna have on fusion games, but also because every now and then I try to start like a versus bullet hell thing that gets played with a couple people here every now and then, but now I'm unsure of how to categorize this game, because like it feels like way more fighting gamey than I thought it would be. I'm still happy with the game, it's just like it's like really in between those two.
Yeah, no, it's pretty weird that we had to wait that track so much. it's weird that we had
Yeah.
to wait that long for a game that is like that and not like a Twinkle Star Sprite.
Yeah,
Because that makes no
like
sense.
it's
I mean, like,
Yeah.
why not on the same screen instead of like two different screen? It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I guess when they tried it with Change Airblade, everyone was like, ew. then like for like almost 30 years, people were like, let's never do that again.
Yeah, but like you can definitely see like why it's like a bad like attempt, right? So I feel like
Yeah,
people could have found like something already.
yeah.
Oh, this the whole time, but then it never comes out.
I see. Get her out of here! Oh no, she didn't fall out.
Nah. Maybe it's sad too.
Yeah.
And this end screen is so weird, because first you have to press plus, so that you're then allowed to press A to get the menu to press A again to rematch. Why not just make it only A or only plus?
Yeah, or maybe just put the menu thing where you can press what you want right away.
Oh yeah, I've heard that my running kick is good. What the fuck are you doing? Stop dancing, dude. Like I was blocking, but I was expecting something, and then like 3 hours later, it's not. It's not coming.
He surprised you by not doing anything. But yeah, I kind of agree that it's weird that it took that long. It's just, I don't know. To be fair, it's actually super non-obvious what he did to make that work. So, I kind of get it.
I
Like,
don't get it, because that seems obvious to me. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it depends what you mean by that.
If you look at the history of development of like bullet hell stuff and the fighting games that tried integrating bullet hell stuff, then it's pretty clear like in what direction they were thinking and what to adapt to make like bullet hell things work in a versus environment. And just nobody was thinking about stuff like maybe you could make attacks directed towards if someone is moving or not moving, so that you could actually just dodge and not get hit.
Sure, that
It's
is like
just,
unique-ish, but I feel like
yeah, it's kind of what you need for this to work.
yeah, but I feel like it's really not. You could have like go there easily. I feel it's just like nobody tried it even.
I don't know. It's it's obvious once you know it because it's a very simple idea, right? But I feel like it's not an idea that emerges from the history of games that existed. I.e., someone had to come and make that, and it's pretty telling that he was trying to design something completely different before he changed tracks into that. Right?
Yeah.
So he actually got the design idea from exactly not trying to make a versus shmup game in that direction, right? So
And
that's what I mean with non-obvious.
and also Maiden and Spell will be like way cheaper than buying like Soulcalibur right now. Should I be able to block? Oh right, there is multi-hit. And you might not hate yourself that much.
That move's so fun to use.
Yeah.
So now I understand the sentence. Yeah, it was clear that you meant Soulcalibur 6.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to wait for like a big Steam sale.
friend that has the game.
All that too.
I do not own Soulcalibur. I am playing via Zora.
Yeah, he's playing with my game via family share.
I'm sure you can block the last hit.
No, because it says run counter. It says run
Oh.
counter for your thing, and then I cannot block it.
Yeah. And Soulcalibur 6 might be nice. Yeah!
Cool.
Yes! Tiny girl can be more easily flipped over wall. Yeah. All I was going to say is Bamco price tags are like not very appetizing.
Yeah.
Here's our fighting game. Oh, cool. How much? 60, 70, I don't know.
Ooh.
I really hope Grand Blue Fantasy Versus isn't going to cost like $60.
I didn't check how much it is on PlayStation, and I think we're gonna get a similar price.
How much is it?
Like I said, I didn't check yet.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
I guess
fuck
I'll
you,
go
you're too
check
small.
that right now.
Oh no!
Grand Blue versus PS4 5. I think I said. Oh fuck, $60.
Guess I'm not instantly buying. maybe so. Who knows? If my other friend buys it because he likes Grand Blue. But you're not even getting the free stuff you're getting in like PlayStation. It's so weird.
I'm making it sorta dependent on whether you buy it. Cause sure I can, but like
Yeah. Do you want to?
like I can play it later.
Oh my god.
It's kind of like the cross tag battle new character set. It's like, yeah, it'll be on sale and then I can play it.
Not quite what I pressed. Camera decided to swap on me. Ah, I cut my foot.
Just, I'll do it, yeah. They should make a new Primal Rage, with all the mechanics that we can't get via emulation because we can't crack the security code on it.
I think they should port Geki Bunko to the PC.
Oh, definitely. The Geki Bunko on PC and new Primal Rage. Just wind prayer, whatever stance.
Ah, I'm just gonna get knocked off though. That's probably.
Yes, you will.
Oh wow. Okay. No. Oops.
Yeah. Just fist in the face.
Oh. Try to do the release thing, but not fast enough.
Good job. You would settle for a Primal Rage 2 port? I don't know, Primal Rage 2 works in emulation. I mean, the game's unfinished, but it works and can be played. Primal Rage 1 is doesn't work. Like, to the degree that if you want to play an accurate version of Primal Rage 1, you just have to decide on playing, like, either the, I think, PlayStation or Sega Saturn versions. We'll play the Sega Saturn version at some point.
Oh, I was about to do something cool apparently.
Then you got impact palmed.
Pretty much.
Ah,
Yeah, see, that was cool.
now your sword is powered up. It's rarely powered up. Oh, well, hello there. Ow, you're not. Ah, that barely kicked me.
Armor Rage 2 is getting worked on and slowly becoming a finished game. Oh, there are people doing that? Okay, cool. We'll play that too. But I have to say, I never really liked the idea of putting humans in the game. Yeah, I know they're avatars. And you can play the monsters still too. I mean, dino gods, whatever they're called. But, I don't know. These clay people. Get out of my childish dinosaur bloodbath game.
Nope. You'll be right back. Good.
Yep. Okay.
He says that, but oh. I wonder if that was on purpose. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So unplugging the microphone should not disconnect the connection.
Yes. But hey, it was fair in a way because Vick was down on life and the timer was going down, so it was
Yeah.
like, oh, wait a second. But okay.
Totally on purpose. Oh god dang it, why
Yes.
did it disconnect?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. That's some spooky ghost magic.
Hmm.
Hmm?
No, I just say because I'm thinking about something else. Like I'm thinking like it's late. I would have to answer 2 people. Fuck that. Okay, good start. Man, this move like hurts so much. I remember like I scam licking me when I play against him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. But yeah. Random question, and I guess that has really nothing to do with everything else we could talk. What do you think about like people like adding speed to Asuka limit over? I mean, technically it is on the menu, but I feel like at some point we should decide on something. Same for the guard, I guess, but guard
Who
is
are you
less.
asking?
Hmm.
Are you
Everyone, I
asking me?
guess.
Reason? Okay, so here's my opinion. Adding speed is stupid.
Is
It's stupid.
Oh.
We shouldn't do it. The game only seems slow if you don't know what you're doing.
yeah, and I know that Xena
Which
do they
is a
actually
lot
don't.
of fighting games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think that's like a good idea. If you
Also-
play really fast, then you might in the beginning think, oh, we're doing it right. But as soon as you know what you're doing, that leads to undefendable situations.
Yeah.
Just-
And also, I'm not sure like if they did like a turbo in the right way, if it makes sense. So like combo might be harder to do too.
Yeah. As for the guard guard options is simply a community thing, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
What I said back then, when you started like going live with the server and stuff, is that you should think about what to do, and for you it seemed more natural to go with
Normal guard.
without auto.
Yeah.
Without auto guard. If it were me, I would have gone with auto guard. However, I think one should just continue doing what one is doing in this specific case. So since European community has been playing without auto guard, then that's just what we're doing. Because I don't think that either of these is like inherently better than the other.
Yeah.
'Cause
I'm
you
starting
have
to
other
I mean,
kinds of
I,
mix-ups,
yeah.
right?
Long time ago, I was like, at first I'm like, this auto guard seems kind of broken on some stuff, because it does like favor some stuff like Megumi Fastfall and Kumi Fastfall. If you don't hold anything, they will block automatically out of it, but normally they cannot. So it seems like really good, but it just like, it creates more different situations. So now I'm a bit more neutral about it, and but I would like let it by vote of like the community kinda. Because this one I'm like kinda whatever. The speed though, I find it really stupid.
Aren't that many people asking about the speed thing, right?
Everyone. Everyone in the mother. No, it's really like a lot of people like. And I guess it might be the same people, because I don't know. That's the guys that ask for it. I don't know. But they always say like, oh, I feel like playing the game on like 2 stars or 3 stars is the best, and everyone with their comment for why and stuff.
Yeah. I feel like that's the same as like back in the day when people had Street Fighter 2 Turbo on Super Nintendo. Yeah, everybody played with Turbo 304. I guess people in the arcade did too. I guess. I don't know. But then you could cheat in Turbo 10. And it just depends on how people are, but yeah, I don't think... I think the speed thing, I gotta say, if people want to play with a higher speed in that game, then they don't really know what they're doing, and that's fine. There's nothing to be ashamed about to not really know what you're doing, but...
yeah, but the problem is like, right now, like for Xanadu, they will do it like at speed 2.
What is it normally?
1.
Okay, just so I understand.
Yeah.
But they're doing auto guard?
That I don't fucking know actually.
Yeah. No. Like, I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh, that tracks a bit. Yeah, but then I have like to argument like why it's not good, I guess. I mean, I can just not say like you shouldn't do that, period, I guess.
I don't know why people wouldn't play us faster. We never timed out when we played in the beginning. Like rarely.
We never what?
It didn't take that long. I don't know. We never timed out. It didn't take that long. It's like...
Yeah. If you don't know what you're doing, it's one of those fighting games that feels slow. The thing is, BlazBlue is a game like that too. BlazBlue is not a slow game.
No.
Yeah, but I've heard people complain that BlazBlue is exactly, but I've heard people complain that BlazBlue is a slow game, which is like, no, you don't know what you're doing.
I mean,
I feel like it's the same.
You play like Tiger or someone other slow. I don't know who's another slow character in BlazBlue. Off the top of my head, I don't know anyone because I don't know BlazBlue.
Jaeger?
Yeah,
besides him? I guess sort of Azrael.
I mean, not once you. Yeah, once you know what you're doing, you definitely know.
Yeah, but I mean, that's. Yeah. There's no one who's forced not to be able to dash other than Tager. So, argument-wise, well, I mean, you kind of have an issue there because you're not using auto guard, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I do agree.
Yeah, because if you did, you could just be like Japanese standard. I'm sure people bow their heads to that. Even today. Other than that, there's no real authoritative argument to be done, right? I mean, even the limit over, when they did the Asuka limit over tournament over there, right? They used standard settings, right?
Yeah.
So auto guard and which makes the most sense to me, personally.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I do agree.
yeah. I mean, maybe it's just time to switch to auto guard.
I'm like completely fine with it, with that, I guess. It's just like...
Yeah.
It's just like the speed, for me, like, is way more like... a problem, let's say, than the guard or no auto guard in the end.
I agree, but you know, like, it just feels sort of arbitrary if you crack down on one thing but not on the other.
I do agree, and I'm thinking about like doing that. But
Yeah, in which case the argument is, I believe, pretty easily. You could say there's a long-standing Japanese Asuka community, and hey, like you have the first official tournament coming up, right? I mean,
there is no really
Tuesday.
official, yeah.
It's as official as any other tournament.
Yeah, if we're looking by
But,
numbers,
like-
I'm sure like Xanadu will have like more numbers too. So, is it official? See what I mean? So yeah.
I just used the wrong word.
Yeah.
It's just as official as the Xanadu tournament, yes. But what I meant is that it's the main Discord server with the main informational spread, right? So if you're doing a tournament on there, that would be the time to be like, okay, we're going to do that the way the Japanese community does it, and if there's like a tiny community in America,
Can
that
I
does it
stop you
differently.
and like just like explain to Osplay what the fuck we're talking about?
No,
Oh.
because I'm almost done. And I'm tired, so I'll lose my train of thought quickly.
You lost it.
What would happen over time is if that community keeps existing, and they want to play with the Japanese community, then they'll change their standard to the Japanese community standard anyway.
Yeah.
For whatever. Now you can go.
Yeah, so Osplay, basically I was like asking, well, everyone what they saw like on Xanadu, like changing the speed of the game. Because for me, like the game is like fast enough, well, if you know what you're doing.
For
And-
Asuka.
Yeah, for Asuka limit over.
Limit over.
And then we also talked about like, oh, that's weird. For like the auto guard, because like at first when we started like the game, can I quickly decide to have like manual guard? Because like there was some weird shit that the auto guard could do, which seems not normal in the game. Knowing more about like the game now, auto guard seems pretty fine.
Well, and also you just were skeptical of auto guard in general, right? Because like, you don't normally play auto guard games.
Yeah, but yeah, sure. That is fair.
So much damage.
this one was mainly like for the fast fall and some other option that we didn't have time to discover, let's say. See what I mean?
Yeah.
And we found a lot of jank like in one night, so who knows with AutoGuard what we could have found. That was basically the idea.
I don't see why that has to happen when auto guard is something that each player can choose individually.
Oh, comment.
I guess this was when he didn't know that we were talking about Asuka, because I guess you can't do that in Asuka.
You can do like individually.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, someone can have like no guard and like the other one can have like manual and stuff.
Is it in character select?
Yeah.
Battle is over.
Yeah. Okay. I mean that's an interesting aspect, right? Because as far as I know, the older Asukas didn't have this option, right? It's always auto guard.
Yeah.
Now,
So that could be a thing. I don't think there's I guess it's sort of like choosing your bounce, huh? I think choosing that option in older Capcom games was usually not allowed, but it didn't exactly work the same either. You know, like picking auto guard in Vampire Savior. That's not. I don't think that's tournament legal.
I didn't even know that was an option.
In later versions of Vampire Savior, it's an option. Or not just in later versions. I guess it depends on the arcade settings. But it's some weird thing that also has limitations, right? It's like blocks the first few attacks for you automatically, and after that, something. X-Men had something like that too. Just like you bounce, you play Chaos Code. We played Chaos Code a bit, yeah, and that's exactly the reference. Exactly. Yes. Yeah, manual versus auto guard is also what I'm trying to imagine right now. Like, is that an okay thing?
I don't think so. Like there is like no advantage to have like manual normal guard, right? So
Yeah, there is.
what?
I mean,
victor.
Manual guard is basically like the same, but with like some bonus. So it's like delay and rollback. That's the same, but rollback has like some cool bonus.
My instinct is telling me that there is a difference, but I can't think of one right now. I am very tired right now. So when you want to mix up someone with auto guard, you neutral jump in front of them, right? And they're like, I'm not gonna press a direction because I wanna auto guard that. And then you hit them low.
Yeah. They can react and like still block though.
Super moves way too far forward. I always want to punish that like stabbing into the air, but
I
then
see.
jumps into the super, then the super just jumps into.
Jim about Chaos Code next. Yeah. Sometimes comfort is the only advantage you need. If you take more chip with auto guard.
I don't think
Not
that's
in
a thing in
Asuka.
Asuka.
Maybe in Visa. For X-Men, I'm not sure. I don't remember how it works there. But yeah, I guess that would sort of solve the issue. Because if it's, like Horseplay said, if it's a comfort thing, right? Like, something inside me is telling me that what I'm saying isn't true, but you're saying it's true, so let's just roll with that. If all the mix-ups that you would use against an auto-guard person work against, like, a blocking person, then there is no confusion potential there, right?
Yeah.
And people would normally pick auto-guard anyway, so the picking of manual guard would be, like, just a thing some people do, right? In which case, if we allow the option to be picked because it is in character select, then that's sort of going to be like saying that we're playing with auto guard in general anyway, right?
You went way too long and I don't really know, but I guess yes. Sorry.
Basically, allowing you to switch between the two means that people will pick auto guard 95% of the time.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's basically like changing to auto guard.
Yeah.
So maybe we should just do it that way, indeed.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
just be like,
we can say like tournament the rule will be like in auto block. If you want to pick manual, you can. But
no, like all you'd need to say would be like standard settings, because the speed settings in the menu, right? It's not in the
yeah.
Right? Which means that
No, the speed
standard
setting is
settings-
also like on the whatever the select screen.
character select.
Yep.
Oh really?
Oh,
But
wow,
it's not a setting for individual characters, right?
Nope, it's not.
So it's still a standard setting. So just be like standard settings. You can pick which guard you want to use. There you go. I think you solved all your problems, right? And then just refer to standard settings because this is what the Japanese community uses for Asuka
Yeah.
since time immemorial. There's also no guard, which is just permanent super armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how that plays out.
It's actually not great for you, but that's
That
kinda
also
weird.
doesn't seem balanced, that option.
No.
Yeah, okay, then I take back what I said. Just be auto guard standard. I think that's what I said in the first place. Just... And then, if you guys ever play with the Japanese community, you don't have to think about which rule set to use. Da, 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 dun, dun.
Yeah. By the way, like also, what do you think about like speed? I guess because like you said about like autoplay, but auto guard, and auto guard, yeah, was like already
Just so you
like mind of like going back to auto guard personally.
Yeah, just so you understand the issue, there's some Asuka players that play limit over on higher speeds because they think the game is slow, and apparently the offline tournament at Xanadu is going to play with speed 2 rather than 1. Japanese community, of course, doesn't do this. I think the decision to have guard settings in the character select means that someone had to have brought this up with the interface.
Yeah. But I mean, same for like the no guard, I guess. So.
I used to play with 3 speed as the default up until I joined the Discord. Yeah. Well then you know what we're saying, right?
But would you still play with like speed 3? right now, or would you, or are you okay with like speed 1, I guess? Oh,
That's not kind of why. I wanted to just super, but oh well.
I'll play with 5 speed if it was the tournament rule. That's not the question though.
yeah.
If you're making the tournament rules, what speed are you going to choose?
I don't know what to do, so let's finish with that.
That was risky.
Yes, but I like, well, I don't know any combo. Well, time to grab. Yeah. You know how to finish it by now.
I'm not so sure about you saying you know. That's quite.
Well, you're doing it like pretty consistently at least now. Oh, that's a mid.
Oh, sad you take the side grab.
Yeah, and was kinda surprised too.
In the face. Default settings have the game played at 1 speed so that... Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think really the argument is default settings, because default settings is what is normally used. Oh? There's only very few old arcade exceptions to this rule, right? Like Super Turbo and Vampire Savior, and
Well, isn't Super Turbo like
things like that.
now normal, or is it like on actual Turbo?
Fucking goddamn it, this super move.
But I mean, like,
so far.
Is Super
You
Turbo
can
like
select-
always on Super Turbo 3? Or is it like Super Turbo 1, it just like it got like... The speed got boosted with the patch, let's say.
I don't know exactly what you're asking, so I'll just explain how it works.
Yeah.
Super Street Fighter 2 removed any turbo settings that it had. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo has turbo settings again, and these are settings that you can manipulate in the arcade machine, and the standard is something that evolved over time. Same with Vampire Savior. You can also edit the turbo settings in the arcade machine's settings. You're asking me what the factory turbo settings are. I believe they are not usually 3. Is it 3 that one uses? I think 3.
I'm not sure.
You can go up to 4 in any case.
I see. Turbo 3 is definitely what was for reserve. For
Yeah,
Super
then I
Turbo,
think
I guess I
that's-
never realized it because I was like, they
Yeah.
just like up the speed in the patch. That's it.
Yeah, no. I mean, sort of. Because, I mean, everyone was like, what's a shitty slow game? Fuck you, Capcom.
Oh shit, you were
Yep, that's the next mix-up.
disgusting.
It's froze.
Turbo is Turbo 2. Okay, or 2 then. Sure. But a specific setting anyway, and that's, I think, a community-related choice. And
I don't
not,
have Meetup.
like,
I was like, I bought burst, and I was like, oh shit, missing some meter. Sorry.
no problem. You guys go first, right? Anyway, those are examples of something that was set by a community, no? And community always trumps that, I feel. But it's like those are exceptions. Normally, it's like just use the standard settings. But what's even more important is use what the established community uses. Established community is in this case the Japanese community, and they use factory settings, right? Which is auto guard and speed 1.
Yeah.
So that
And it makes
really should be it.
Yeah, it makes sense like in the series too, so That's why like I'm
Yeah.
way more okay now than before, to be fair. Because I think at the time we didn't do like any other Asuka before that, right? Did we just start with Hello directly?
We played Limit Over first, yes.
Yeah, so that's also that. If you had to choose something.
Yeah. I think it's important to point out that even Japanese players didn't like how slow Super Street Fighter 2 was compared to Hyper Fighting. Yes, nobody liked it globally. No one. I do understand why the designers did that. I mean, because for them, Hyper Fighting was just a reaction to that Chinese hack that was going around Rainbow Edition, right? Like they were like, okay, people are playing like the super crazy altered mode. I guess we're gonna have to make an official game that's sort of like that. And thus anime was born. In a way, but and then they thought they'd go back to their regular way of making the game. Like they wanted a really slow and deliberate tactical game with the speed of World Warrior, which... What's going on?
It froze at a bad time for me.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Like just nothing moving.
Oh,
Hyper Fighting was also a Capcom of USA product.
not dev-wise though.
No, but I'm sure that they had their hand in complaining to Capcom that they need to make
Oh,
something.
yeah. The request
Wait.
maybe at first, yes, but not the devs.
Yeah. I don't think regional tournament settings are necessarily a bad thing. They're definitely not a bad thing, but it's something that needs to be thought about. That's kind of why we're talking right now.
I mean, in Smash, Europe in Smash 4 used to just like play with, I think, less or more lives than America.
Hmm.
It was really weird.
Yeah.
I personally didn't like it. I played with America rules because, in my opinion, they had less lives in America, I think, because for them the game lasted a bit longer. And
Yeah.
in Europe we had like more, one of the two, and I just...
But
it was weird.
didn't they used to play with more stocks in America too, and they changed it because, well, tournaments ran too long?
That's depending on the game.
Okay.
Usually there's not really. It's because in Europe we just pushed for that and then we got that. In America they also didn't want that.
I see. Capcom of Japan were still working on Super Street Fighter 2 when Hyper Fighting was being developed. Yes, that's correct. I believe that's also what I read about that.
Oh, ooh, this one was close.
In all fairness, my opinion of this is shaped by Bloody Roar 2, where the tournament standard outside of US is 4-stock with ACP on. What's ACP?
I'm just gonna sit here menacing you. Ah, shit! Not menacing enough. No. Reversed.
Because resolve comes from results, no?
Oh, that's not the thing I wanted.
Those, oh, that's not how I super. I cannot super out of stands. Okay.
Yeah, that was definitely not menacing enough.
Oh, oh, I hate when that happens. I'm just like, hello, I'm now on this side.
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted. That's impunishable.
That looks painful on her. I guess it looks painful in general, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I thought you'd run a bit quicker.
Any cancel point, ACP, a mechanic that allows you to special cancel any move in the game. Every special move can be guard cancelled. Also Sailor Moon. Wait, special moves can be guard cancelled? Like you can't cancel guard with special moves, you actually cancel the special moves with guard? Okay, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that sounds fucked up. Do we have a button for it? Yeah, that's Bloody Roar. Bloody Roar has like a button for block, right?
Yes. More limited version of this mechanic in the game by default, but it's a special version that was only in Bloody Roar 2. I see.
Battle 1. Fight.
Oh wow.
Bloody Roar also has auto guard. Yes. It has auto guard and a block button. I don't understand why, but there you go. Cancel any special move in the game up until it's active.
Oh, it's not after. Okay. So that would have been broken.
Yeah.
I'm sure it did exist in one game.
But I guess that means you can carry cancel.
Yeah, pretty much.
So.
Wow, you did it like
Yes.
so
amazing.
early, and I waited for that, but.
Yeah. So my stance personally on the whole settings thing is like local settings are fine, but settings usually should have some sort of traditional reason. We're in an internet age, so why not play like the people that have been playing for way longer?
Yeah.
That's just kind of my stance on it. The only reason would be if you had some isolated tournament scene that grew from some different settings, and it's unusual nowadays. To my knowledge, the only special that can be cancelled while active is Sheena's 214K, which is a multi-hit.
That's the last one for me, by the way.
Okay, sounds good.
Battle 1. Fight.
I don't remember which furry that is. Probably a cat or something with a name like Sheena.
That's not what I wanted.
Oh, that's not a high.
How did you dodge that?
I jumped. I did the jump. I can cancel my soul, whatever these called, into jumps.
Thing that makes ACP busted is that you can basically make every attack safe, even a wake-up attack. And Sheena was the leopard. Yes. A cat, obviously.
Nice.
Oh no. Try and hit me, and then she did.
Yeah, too fast.
Equalized rounds.
Battle 3. Fight.
Meter advantage for the Wind Priestess, I guess.
Oh, there is a fucking second hit. I forgot about that. Exactly what you wanted, right?
Exactly. Eat with first hit last.
Yeah, horseplay, I think I get the consequences. I see.
That one was fucking good.
Final round.
Final battle. Fight.
Oh, she ducked under that? I guess so.
Optimist this, thank you. Stops over you.
Yep.
The battle is over. Show respect for the fallen who fought so bravely.
Yeah, I guess we were definitely like a bit off axis, so that's why that happened. Ah, but GG. No, wrong button. Well, I feel like I know Hilda a bit more now. Now I needed something to tell me which are the real good move for real. But she worked fine.
Alright, then I guess you can close down the stream and stuff.
Yep, I'll do that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys,
Yeah,
and
night everyone. See
Yep.
ya, horseplay.
see ya.